Hey, this is Matt once again. We're back to another video, and this is a paid request for Movie Guide 2005. Thank you so much for that. For those interested in requesting any type of videos, movie reviews, re-reviews, commentaries, reactions, tier lists, rankings, live streams, video gameplay, whatever the case may be, PayPal's the best way to do it. Do have a Cash App as well. The links are down below in the info box. I will get to it as soon as I possibly can. And for those who sent them, thank you. I do appreciate it. Now, as you tell by the title, this is a commentary on Going Overboard, which I said before may be the worst, or at least one of the worst comedies I've ever seen in my life. But just the setup of this film, the making of, apparently, some producer was asked to judge a beauty pageant. The pageant promoters chartered a cruise ship, and there was like current and former beauty contest winners. And they wanted passengers to make it more of a spectacle. So this producer says, well, I'll get some friends and we'll get a film crew. And for a free cruise, all expenses paid, we'll do that. And apparently it was written in like 2 or 3 days. It was filmed for 6 days. When in places when the passengers are not there, so when the bar or other stuff is closed on the cruise ship. At one point, they packed the wrong lens, so they shot the whole movie with the wrong lens. So sometimes in like the corner, like here, you see a little bit of black, like where my finger is. I imagine that, but imagine it was all black. Little corners at times. And I mean, they even say in the film, Adam Sandler, they found him like a week before doing improv in LA saying, you want to be in a movie? Sure, okay. And they didn't have a script because they wrote the script in like 2 or so days. 3 days. It shot it for 6 days. And you know what? That all shows. So I'm pause the beginning. Let's get right into it. 3, 2, 1, pressing play. And I don't have headphones on. I'll have subtitles and stuff on. So yeah, Burt Young, the great Burt Young, who is subjected to picking out porn and what porn to watch. So the Unsinkable Shetty Markowitz, I believe that was the original title when this first came out in like a couple theaters, and then went through like 2 or 3 different names, including like Ships Ahoy or something, until I finally got in the U.S. on as Going Overboard. I think this was released like because I mean no one wanted this fucking film for years. It might have been released on home video like when Billy Madison came out. It was like, oh shit, we have a reason to release this movie now. Because it technically came out in 1989, but no one wanted this fucking film. I mean, look at this wannabe animation shit. And like Burt Young, how is the Burt Young, Oscar nominee Burt Young of Rocky, could not find a fucking... He could not find a fucking role that he had to go for this. As pretty much General Noriega picking out porn to watch, so he picked this movie. And the porn would have been the better fucking choice. Would have been a way better choice. This has a 1.8 out of 10 on IMDb. Jack and Jill is better than this movie. And that, I mean, I'm sorry, that's the truth. And I don't like Jack and Jill. That's a terrible fucking film. But that is better than this movie. Makes Jack and Jill look like Beverly Hills Cop or fucking The Hangover or Wayne's World. Look at these, the animation. They put him in the most stupid poses. Like this pose. Right this. Yeah, that's the face I look at when I think of this movie. That's the exact fucking face. Like, Valerie Breiman. I don't know what the hell she did afterward. She did a couple films afterwards somehow. And that's why there's these beauty pageants just talking to the camera, because it was a cruise ship with actual beauty pageants. So it's like, hey, this is footage for the runtime. We need the movie to be 90-some minutes. I think right here, Adam, he literally explains before he gets on the ship what the deal is. Oh, get used to this shot of the boat. They play this like every 10 minutes to remind you they're on a cruise ship. In case you fucking forgot. Luggage. Yeah, they're probably all filled with bullshit, just like this movie. Those people leaving, I mean, that's like people leaving the few theaters this was. Yeah, he explains literally what happened with the movie here. He pretty much just explained to y'all this is a shitty fucking no budget movie. So hey, good luck. He might as well be warning us. Well, sorry, the warning didn't work. And of course, people saw this because, it's the curiosity. How bad can it be? How bad can it be? So you have an Adam Sandler that is not used to being in front of the camera, because this is before Saturday Night Live. This is before doing any other films where you have to get used to performing on screen compared to improv or stand-up. So he's not really the best actor in the movie. And here's the thing, I liked Adam Sandler. I liked a lot of the films he did afterward. I liked Billy Madison, Happy Gilmore, and a lot of people say those. But I also liked The Wedding Singer. I liked Anger Management. I liked even 50 First Dates. Yeah, you could. That's one of your big jokes is seagulls shitting in the drink. Hey, look, this is you don't eat some shit. Drink some shit. Hope you like your shit. Oh, it's got pretty women. Yeah, I watch porn for that. Now, I don't know if this is true. Apparently, this character here, with the way he's talked and very vulgar, is supposedly based on Andrew Dice Clay. I wish Dice was in the movie. Well, actually, no, I'm glad he's not in the movie. I just wish because I like Andrew Dice Clay and I want some good shit in the movie. But you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And look at this acting from Adam. Like, Adam, you gotta look like you're annoyed. He looks like he's either taking a shit, constipated, or the sun's ready to get in his eyes. He's like, oh my god. Glacially paced, unfunny, terrible acting, whole on nothing happening. It's got to break out to be a beauty pageant because hey, we have a bunch of girls here and we need footage. And the thing is, like when Adam Sandler gets to his stand-up comedy, like in the movie, they're not funny either. I'm like, is this what his stand-up act was like? No wonder. Because to be honest, I never thought of Adam Sandler as a stand-up comedian. I never saw his stand-up stuff. The only time would be his singing. And then once it cut to Burt Young randomly watching, like, why is that even a part of the film? Why is part of the film Burt Young watching the movie we're watching? Like, why is that even part of the movie? What about that is funny? What about that helps the story? What about that? Is that even? Are they supposed to be jokes? I can only assume maybe after it's like, hey, we got Burt Young. We could get Burt Young. Well, we already finished the film on the cruise ship. I can imagine that's the case. They finished the cruise ship. It's just they shot on the 6 days, and they go, oh shit, wait, I know a guy who knows Burt Young, but we already shot the film, so we can't shoot on the cruise ship again. Well, shoot some stuff that he's, I don't know, he's watching it. Why? Well, because we get to have Burt Young. Tis like people are going to be like, oh my god, Burt Young is in Going Overboard. Let me go. I'll be like, okay, is it a Rocky film? Is it back to school? No, then I don't want to see it. And I like Burt Young, but goddamn, people are not going to see Going Overboard based on the star power of Burt Young. So let's just have consistent scenes of people doing bland, terrible stand-up jokes. Adam Sandler just doesn't seem like he's got the timing down. Because acting on film is different from improv and on stand-up. There's a lack of chemistry between these two leads as well. When you have Billy Madison, Happy Gilmore, and he has a bit more power in terms of the script and the jokes and then the cast, as in he did some of his friends in there, that definitely helped. But even a film like Bulletproof, I thought was pretty good. I like Bulletproof. I mean, the guy's not even doing a good wannabe Andrew Dice Clay thing. Maybe that's their gag is that they don't think Andrew Dice Clay was funny, so let's make this guy completely unfunny, but yet people like it. But it's not even good satire on Andrew Dice Clay. It's not even good parody of his humor or jokes or style of jokes. And he's also just aggravating and fucking annoying. So Adam Sandler, stick up for the girl. Yippee. Hip, hip hooray. And I'm like, is this really the best improv he had? Or was this written in the script? Like, is this really what he was doing at the improv for comedy, or what? Or again, was this shit actually written for him? In the 2-3 days it was written. I mean, Adam Sandler will rarely bring up this film. In fact, he'll say, "Oh, Billy Madison or stuff is the first one I did." Oh, you mean him shooting the guy and people cheer, not reacting was a dream, a daydream? Oh, I'm so surprised. So I believe this guy with the glasses in the back is Peter Bird. Yes, Peter. Yeah, I think with the glasses and the stuff on his nose and the white hat is Peter Bird, who is the star of Shocker this year, 1989. And then later would be a director of Very Bad Things and The Rundown and that movie Battleship. He was an actor in other films like Copland and other movies. So Burt Young is in this, Peter Berg is in this, Adam Sandler starred in it. Also, Billy Bob Thornton will appear later. And then Billy Zane also appears later. And then you have this goofy, wannabe badass rock star. Which I don't know who the fuck. Who he's supposed to be parodying or something. And he has to keep talking to the camera. You ain't fucking Ferris Bueller, dude. This ain't Ferris Bueller's day off. Or Ferris Bueller's day off if I learn how to talk. Suppose he's giving me a goddamn stroke. So the joke here is that they kiss all stupidly. I mean, I understand that a lot of these actors, they take what they can get for their first film. So that's why you look back through the years, and a lot of them can be pretty shitty. It's like there's the one with Jim Carrey where it's really a glorified infomercial for this like ski lodge. I forgot what the fuck that was called now. There was actually a DVD of it. Just one of those DVDs that you would always see at the used place. And even at 50 cents, no one wanted to buy it. So I'm like, oh, I'll check it out for 50 cents. And yeah, it wasn't nothing. Fuck, I'll look that up real quick. Jim Terry. See, then again, it's like because they need footage, it's just once in a while go back to this fucking pageant that has no bearing for the rest of the movie because it's not like this is part of the plot where Adam Sandler's character falls in love with one of the pageants or the winner of this pageant means something for the overarching plot of the film or no. So like why the fuck would the audience care on who the fuck these pageant ladies are? They're not going to get naked. You're not going to see their tits. Now just some guy with a hairy chest dancing in front of a bunch of ladies and doing teapots and pulling an imaginary rope. For no goddamn reason. Copper Mountain, that's the one with Jim Carrey. Steve movie infomercial, Jim Carrey and Alan Thicke. Often associated with Club Med at the Copper Mountain Resort. So yeah, it was a glorified ad for Club Med at this ski resort, Copper Mountain. Terrible fucking movie. So again, they all have their start somewhere. So of the cast, you got Tom Hodges, who was in the 1986 film Lucas. He was in Critters 2, The Main Course. He was in the film Heavyweights. He plays Bob. You have Adam Rifkin as Croker. Adam Rifkin would be a director, actually. He did The Invisible Maniac, Psycho Cop 2, The Chase, which is a pretty good film with Charlie Sheen, The Chase. He also did Detroit Rock City. See, I think that guy who's the rock star, I think he's Croker, I think. Because I think Bob is the buddy. He was in his buddy here. Yeah, the guy on the left here. That's Tom Hodges. Because Wesley was the guy who I don't know, call him a rocker guy. He's the guy at the beginning that brought the eggs to the older guy in Critters 2. How much don't take this case of beer and a bunch of these, and he takes the Playboy as a payment for bringing this eggs to the old guy at the beginning of Critters 2, the main. That's Wesley. He also helps out getting the bomb to the facility to blow it up and shit. Scott LaRose, he's Dickie Diamond, the comedian who I guess is the wannabe Andrew Dice Clay. Burt Young we saw, Peter Bird we saw. Then Adam Rifkin was, I believe, the singer. Also in this film is Ricky Paul Golden, who is in the Blob remake from 1988. In that film, he played the Scott Jesty, the guy who died in the car when the Blob came out of the girl, and he was the one ready to pretty much date rape the girl. But he guys just desserts in that fucking car when the Blob got him. He's in this as Ahmed. Milton Berle's in the film as himself, which is fucking crazy that he would be in this. Fucking crazy. Damn dust. Sorry about that. Now we're 24 minutes in, and the only piece of plot we have is our main character wants to be a stand-up comedian, and he obviously doesn't like this guy who is a shot jock, again, wannabe Andrew Dice Clay comedian. And the main guy doesn't like that type of comedy, and he thinks he could do it better. The tower going overboard is because at one point he thinks this guy on the left went overboard and drowned when really all he did was lock himself in a fucking room for however many days it was. It's not supposed to make any fucking sense. Look how long this shot fucking goes. There's no cuts, there's no editing, no punch-ups up close of the faces. They just keep from being stagnant of a shot. It just put the camera down and you guys remember your lines. Just say, we only have 6 days to do this, come on. We can't do any fancy shit. We only have 6 days, guys. I'm sure a lot of people felt like they wanted to punch Adam Sandler with the shit he's done recently. You know, I have yet to watch Happy Gilmore 2. Oh, there you go. The bartender is another guy who will be a buddy for Adam Sandler. Alan Covert, the star of Grandma's Boy. I wonder if Adam knew Alan Covert and got him the job here, I would assume. I can't imagine this is how they met. If so, I'd be surprised that, you know, they were able to get him on here. Since this is, what, like the only scene he's in? Unless this is one of those, like, pickup shots. Because, who knows, they might have done additional photography. If so, you know, maybe that was shot, you know, someone's fucking house. But Alan Covert, I mean, like I said, he was in Grandma's Boy, and he's acted and produced a bunch of Adam Sandler films. He's been in a lot of them. A lot of them. And I think to this day, he still acts and produces Adam Sandler stuff. I think, like, Murder Mystery, which I haven't seen that or the sequel. And again, the movie just wants to stop for these random chicks to talk about random shit to the camera. And again, it's like, why do we care? Who cares? They don't say anything funny. They're not actual fucking characters. Well, you see pretty women. At this point, people see just fucking porn at home. or their girlfriend or their wife, or just pay money to get a fucking hooker. Now look what he's doing. Om, om, om. Oh, thank you for the other boat shot. You know, I forgot that you were on a cruise ship. Forgot you were on a boat. This fucking sad, annoying fucking character is like, who gives a shit? So his nightmare is, well, I mean, yeah, hairy guy with his dick ready to pop out, tearing more and more terrible jokes while you got a fucking apple in your mouth. And some girl just has a drum set nearby. You know, they should have just had her titties out. At least that could have been a perk. Was that a still shot? Okay, like, she's just holding the drumsticks. Now all of a sudden we've gone to an animation as if it's MTV. You waste that fucking time to do a little animated bit. And they just go out to sleep to have another fucking dream? I'm guessing this was another pickup shot. Go walk by a beach. The acting is just fucking bad. I mean, I guess he was in shape or got himself in shape for this part. Because he got some muscles on him, I will admit. The guy's got a fucking referee shorts on. Fucking zebra. I think this is From Here to Eternity. Hey, yeah, this would be the better dream. You have 4 women now. Uh-oh. This is the crying game. The chick with the dick. Have a feeling. Yep. So, another bit of comedy with a guy in a women clothes. Once again, I don't want to hear this bullshit from someone like fucking. I can't believe I forgot his damn name. Wow, can't believe I forgot. I was going to make a point, I completely forgot the comedian's name. God, what the hell was the comedian's name? Cat Williams, that's what it was. See, that's how insignificant I think of Cat Williams. I don't want to hear some bullshit like Cat Williams going, Well, they made it this ritual to have black men wear women's clothes for comedy. I'm like, dude, no. Martin Lawrence did Big Mama's House. He was a big part of that movie. Eddie Murphy wanted to do the Nutty Professor, and in that movie he played a lot of women characters. Same with Nutty Professor too. They did that because they wanted to do those movies. Okay? And there's plenty of white guys that did the whole having women's clothes on to hopefully erupt in laughter. There's Alan Covert again. So maybe he did get a ride on the damn cruise ship. But I mean, throughout the years with Jack Lemmon, Some Like It Hot, Robin Williams, Mrs. Doubtfire. You have the on SNL, Chris Farley wore drag, Adam Sandler, David Spade, they all wore drag. There's tons of fucking comedies that did that. Benny Hill, the Three fucking Stooges. A guy wearing women's clothing is just one of those comedy gags. Even actually, like Kurt Russell wore it in Tango and Cash. One to sneak out, but also hopefully to elicit chuckles from the audience. And Tango and Cash, Kurt Russell. It'd be fucking hard to find a comedian that didn't do that. I bet you could find Jim Carrey doing that on In Living Color. Oh, or Jamie Foxx. Okay, did it on that, but wasn't that who did In Living Color? Teen Ever Wayne's, like, you know, they made that. Or was it Martin? Jamie Foxx, was that Martin? It was Martin. Was whose show was? Well, no. No, I think Jamie Foxx was in Living Color, and then Martin played himself. And yeah, anyway. I think Martin played multiple roles. Yeah. And then Jamie Foxx was on In Living Color. Wasn't white guys forcing black men to do it? So shut the fuck up, Cat Williams. Anyway, sorry, that was a whole random rant on that stupid shit. He was right on some stuff like P. Diddy, but some other stuff he was full of shit, and people took every word he said as gospel. And I'm like, no, he does not know. He cannot run that fast. He did not read that many books in 1 year. Anyway, random rant done. Yeah, why do we give a fuck about these ladies and what they're talking about on the goddamn TV? And once again, I don't understand why we have to keep going back to Burt Young here, Cinema's porno tapes, and he has like nothing to say or do. So now he's just sniffing stuff to see what stinks. Is it my armpit? Is it my sock? Now he's got his remote control. So now they're trying to make you a part of the plot now. Just such a waste of Burt Young's talent. To sit there like, ooh, is it my sock? And then now talk to these two numbskulls. Giving such lousy accents. Hamming up the screen. And it just feels interminable in what the fuck they're doing. It's like they think the longer it goes, it's funnier when it's the opposite. Just because you talk more and more does not mean it's fucking funny. Jesus Christ, dude. Put that gun to my head. Burt Young, put it here in my head. So I stop watching this fucking movie. Okay, you know what? That ceiling fan. Ceiling fans like that would have multiple speeds. That speed you have it on, you might as well not have the fucking fan on to begin with. Because that fan in that big of a room going that slow is not going to do a fucking thing to cool you down. Okay? And if it's broken, your General Noriega, I think you could get someone to come in and fix it. Wonder if we saw the camera crew on that fucking mirror. Fuck, I haven't been even looking to pay attention with the fucking corner. Because sometimes I haven't been paying the fuck attention to it. Haven't seen it yet, so I don't know. Maybe in this one it's fixed. Again, look at his reactions where it's like, you know, just the over the top, like trying to lunge, trying to do this other stuff. Bad skits. Just come off as bad skits. And a plot that is just going, because there's very, very little story in this movie. I don't know. Very little story in this film. There's the guy that wants to be a stand-up comedian. There's the asshole comedian. There's this random plot with General Noriega and wanting this girl taken care of. But you have a point. Okay, like that shot there of the water. That shot, look at the water. You saw that at the top, like, there's a little thing here and on the other side as well. That shot the water. Not in that shot in the water. But that one shot, it's like, did you see like an edge here where my finger is at and the other side? Why? What fucking camera did he use for that? So because his hat is in the water, but not the body, they just assume he went overboard. I mean, he might have thrown his hat into the fucking water, but whatever. I love also like how blue that looks. Like, look at like the wide shots where you see the girl and what the water looks like, and then those up close at the hat, or closer look at the hat. Just the difference in color of the water. Okay, you could easily break that door down. Like, seriously, you just break that fucking door down. Wouldn't you think, let's look on the boat to see where he's at, just to make sure if he's all overboard or not. And that shot, this shot here, look, on the top, look at each of the corner of the screen. You see black when Adam Sandler is looking towards the camera. Not this stuff now, but in the other stuff, you see little... I don't know, some shots it's there, some shots it's not. This shot here where you see the legs of Adam Sandler's character, each of the four corners has this little black on it, on the edges. So yeah, sometimes it's there, sometimes it's not. Even this one with Adam... And here's Billy Zane. Yes, that is the Billy Zane. Who... I mean, I wouldn't say he was a big star at this point. Try to remember what year Dead Calm came out. But then he would be in The Phantom. He would be in Tales from the Crypt Demon Knight. He would be in Titanic. And for what I understand, he's a nice guy. My friend Fabio met him. Said he was a very nice, gracious guy. And he's what, King Neptune or something? What the fuck is he doing in this movie? And why is there a King Neptune in this movie in the first place? And I guess, why is the top right of the camera black? Well, if you ever want to see Adam Sandler and Billy Zane in the same frame, here you go. With the shitty beard that keeps getting in his fucking mouth, so he has to keep pulling it. You tell the beer keeps going into his mouth, and he's got to keep fucking pulling it off so he can actually talk. With this cheap-ass outfit that would not even suffice for a goddamn high school play. What the fuck? I mean, okay, let's say you get the job. You're going to be on a pageant boat, like a pageant. Wouldn't you want a movie, the focus on the pageant, or have your own actress be a pageant member, have another person be, hopefully someone who has some talent, and I don't know, maybe like a comedic love story where one falls in love with a pageant attendee, and instead of bringing all this shit about Teen Neptune and lousy stand up and all this other shit. Okay, if you want to see Adam Sandler almost fuck a toy alligator, what the fuck he's holding? And he also got like a bird, a crab. Oh, it's a frog. Like, what is this shit now? What is this shit? Let's just randomly burst into song for no fucking reason. And this guy's a fruitcake. He's got a toy frog, a toy crab, a toy bird. What's next? A toy fucking rabbit? A toy Pamela Anderson? A toy He-Man? They stitched up his ass? Because he thinks he's got the power? Just hamming it up with no amount of editing, nobody else to go, hey, that doesn't work, that doesn't work. Play to your strengths, not your weaknesses. Is this where we get to see Billy Bob Thornton? I know in one of these scenes he's in the audience. I think he's there on the left. Yeah, he's there right there on the right. Damn it. Where? Okay, when he's facing the audience, he's on the right. There he is, wearing the black shirt, having the hat. There's Billy Bob Thornton. Billy Bob. Billy Bob. It's just insane that they like Billy Bob Thornton and Billy Zane and Adam Sandler are in the same fucking movie. I love Billy Bob Thornton. I think he's a great actor. He had just done bit roles. He was in a bit role that Michael Felsher's coming out. I can't believe I forgot what it was called. Hunter's Blood. He had a bit role in that. And he would be in other bit roles. He was in On Deadly Ground with Steven Seagal. In Tombstone, Kurt Russell talked down to him, and yeah, and it was a great scene. If you've seen Tombstone, you know which one I'm talking about. Until eventually he's like, I gotta write a part for myself, and that was Sling Blade. Very good movie. Then after Sling Blade, he was in Armageddon. He was in A Bad Santa I Love. It's probably my favorite film he starred in. Yeah, Bad Santa would be my favorite. Apparently, what's it, Landman? Apparently, the TV show, he's really good on it. A lot of people really liked it. He was really good in the season 1 of Fargo I saw. He was very good in that. I'll have to check out Landman one day. It's funny how this is the stand-up comedy stage. We never saw this with the other guy, the wannabe Dice Clay guy. And the thing is, he gets his shot and he fucking fails, and I don't blame them for not laughing because it wasn't fucking funny. Of course, the next time Adam Sandler would deal with stand-up comedy in a film would be Funny People with Seth Rogen, which I'm not a fan of that movie, but it is better than this. So now we got a song, If You Give a Shit. I don't give a shit about this song. Well, this will take up about 2 to 4 minutes of screen time now. If they go for the whole thing. Just, I don't fucking remember. I'll just do my own song. I'll just say the Ferris Bueller. Shaking a baby now, shaking a baby. Twist and shout, twist and shout. Come on, come on, come on now, baby. Now, come on, baby. Shake it around, shake it around. Boom, ba-dum bum, ba-dum dum dum, ba-dum dum. Ah, shaking the baby now, shaking the baby. Or maybe The Great Outdoors. Take out the paper and the trash. Yatty yat, don't talk back. Cause who gives a fuck about wannabe Eddie Munster? Where the fuck, you know? That's the thing. Even the comedies of the late '80s. I mean, you got the same year. See No Evil, Hear No Evil with Richard Pryor and Gene Wilder. Very funny movie. Late '80s. I mean, you had John Candy doing stuff from mid to late '80s. Summer Rental, which is fun. The Great Outdoors, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. I even liked Armed and Dangerous, Spaceballs. Eddie Murphy, or Coming to America, 1988. I love The Golden Child, that was '86. Beverly Hills Cop 2, which was '87. '89. Was that Harlem Nights? Well, even that's better than this. That has some funny parts. More than this. So you have a shitty song that no one gives a fuck about. I wonder if they shot this on the boat or if they shot the, like, or the idea, I don't know. So yeah, I don't know if they shot this. I mean, yeah, this might have been like, use this when we're not using it. Perhaps, I don't know. Hey, remember we're on a boat, by the way. Thank God we got another establishing shot in case you forgot we're on a boat. By the way, guys, we're on a boat. This movie takes place on a boat. Did you know that? Maybe, like, with the Teen Neptune stuff is because the 80s to 90s, there was a lot of comedies that would be open to ridiculous, fantastical ideas. I mean, think about throughout those years, Mannequin, very silly fairy tale type of idea, the Egyptian curse and being a mannequin, fall in love, be a real woman, that type of thing. Wicked at Bernie's even. Somehow, I mean, well, I mean, that's more of, yeah, you're not, everyone's going to know the guy's dead. But even like The Great Outdoors, you had the two, what were they, raccoons that could talk and you have subtitles on them. You have the Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, the whole idea. There's a lot of comedies that will have like ridiculous stuff in them and people just accepted them. They just accepted them like, yeah, that's a thing in there. Which if you try to pull that nowadays, you go, what the fuck? That was out of nowhere. So maybe Weekend at Bernie's doesn't work for that argument. But I mean, there's a lot of those movies in the '80s to '90s that did that kind of stuff, and especially in the '80s. It felt like Adam Sandler when he didn't know what to do. Let me just mug the camera going, "Duh, duh, 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 duh," like that bit there we just saw a few minutes before. And his demeanor just, I don't know if it was low energy or just ineptitude of being a rookie to films. So his character just comes off as either a lame loser or an annoying, unfunny reject of comedy. Like, you're not a good stand-up comedian. You don't deserve to succeed. And now he's just a bunch of shots of women. I mean, hey, I appreciate his. I like women too, but no tits, no ass, no bush, no go. It's just a fucking tease. I mean, I can get that like as an added bonus if you have other good shit to it. But I never understood like, well, that's your main thing is you just see a bunch of women in bikinis. I'm like, why don't you just go watch porn and I could see them with and without the bikinis and more. Suck at a dick or something. But maybe at the time back then people were not always able to find porn like nowadays. Yeah, I think one of these guys is the Ricky Paul from the Blob remake. So yeah, he's watching the movie, but it's also happening in real time. I'm sure for Burt Young, it's like, okay, you're paying me. I'm in one room. I don't have to do a whole lot. And they probably shot his stuff out in at least a day. Okay, just be watching. Okay, this lady's gonna be in your lap as you try to put on these glasses. But I mean, I guess I can't blame Burt Young because they weren't really casting him in other stuff. I'm sure he was just waiting for the next Rocky film. And then next year, 1990, being Rocky 5. I think this is one of those films that feels like it goes on for fucking ever. I don't know why he's wearing an Ali shirt, hat. Just because. What was General Noriega a big fan of Ali? So this bathroom, does no one need to go to the bathroom to check this fucking bathroom out? Again, I can't believe that this fucking bathroom has such a big, thick door that you can't kick it open. You gotta be kidding me. Dude, say help, I'm locked in the bathroom, let me out. Hey, is anyone out there? I'm locked in the bathroom, let me out. Just say that. You want to see a good early Adam Sandler film? Go watch Airheads, which he did before Billy Madison. Airheads. Airheads is a very funny movie. That was what, 94? That deserves... It had a Blu-ray, but it's out of print. That deserves like a better release. And you do find like when Brendan Fraser and Adam Sandler, this is when Brendan Fraser was up and won that Oscar for The Whale. There's this bit where Adam Sandler and Brendan Fraser are talking to each other, and they talked about working on Airheads, which was nice because, you know, I like that film. It's an underrated film. It has a lot of good people in it. Steve Buscemi, who worked with Adam Sandler a lot throughout the years. He was in Big Daddy and tons of other films. And then Adam Sandler, Steve Buscemi, Brendan Fraser, Ernie Hudson's in the film, Harold Ramis is in the film, Chris Farley's in the film, Michael McKean's in the film. Was it Chaz Palminteri? No, Joe Mantegna, right? Yeah, it's Joe Mantegna, right? Yeah, I think it's Joe Mantegna. See, I get confused with the two. I don't know why. Yeah, Joe Mantegna. Okay. He wipes his ass with the contract. I love this guy. Yeah, Joe Mantegna. Okay, Brendan Fraser, Steve Buscemi, Adam Sandler, Chris Farley, Michael McKean, Judd Nelson, Ernie Hudson, Michael Richards, Joe Mantegna, Marshall Bell, David Arquette, Harold Ramis, Rob Zombie as himself, Lemmy, the voices of Beavis and Butthead. I don't know why I did Joe Mantegna and Chaz Palminteri, because they're nothing alike. I don't know why. So here's him failing at more improv and no one laughing. So again, why should we like this guy? Like, he thinks he's good and nobody's liking his shit. If there's one thing that he actually has funny jokes, and oh wow, okay, like he does deserve this job because he's really good at it. But no. No one is liking his material. No one is liking his shtick, and I don't blame him because it's not funny shtick. If this is what he was doing in improv, I don't know how the fuck he could get Saturday Night Live. Not one fucking clue if that was the case. And no one gives a fuck about these two goddamn wannabe pirates looking for a goddamn boat. No one fucking cares. If I look up Adam Sandler's filmography, so again, like, what is really the story here? The story of a guy who's such dick at stand-up, and the guy he didn't like, the wannabe Andrew Dice Clay, even he was getting more laughs. And somehow they got the real Milton Berle. I mean, they really had the money to get this guy? Really? They had the money to get this guy. Again, people may not even know who Milton Berle is, but he was a comedian of yesteryear. But yeah, Adam Sandler, He was on the Cosby Show because I remember when Malcolm Jamal Warner sadly passed away way too soon. They asked Adam Sandler about that because he played Theo's friend on the Cosby Show, and he talked about how Malcolm was such a nice guy, and he welcomed me in, and it was like one of my first acting gigs, and Malcolm treated me so well. But yeah, rest in peace, Malcolm Jamal Warner. Died way too young, man. He was only 50, 54. And from drowning, man. From drowning. Just tragic. I do vaguely remember that game show Remote Control. Just because I remember seeing clips of it throughout the years. It was an MTV game show. I'll have to check it out one day. But yeah, around 91 he got SNL. Him and Chris Farley got fired around 95. Give or take. And Adam Sandler, did Billy Madison and Happy Gilmore, and Chris Farley did a couple films before sadly he passed away. Yeah, I was going to look at his filmography. Airheads is fun. Okay. Shakes the Clown, I barely remember. Coneheads, it's there. Airheads is very enjoyable. Mixed Nuts, I don't remember anything about it. Steve Martin is in it, I know. Happy Gilmore, my favorite of his. Bulletproof, I think it's underrated. Wedding Singer is fun. Dirty Work, he has a cameo. Didn't pick up the Vinegar Syndrome one. I kind of want to pick that up one day. Waterboy was never beat on. Big Daddy, fun movie. Little Nicky, not a fan of. Punch Drunk Love, thought it was a good acting performance by him. Mr. Deeds, thought it was harmless, thought it was okay. Eight Crazy Nights, not a fan of. Anger Management, I thought was fun. I saw it in the theater. 51st Dates, even though the plot, in a way, is a horror movie, you look at it from a point of view. I enjoyed the chemistry between Adam Sandler and Drew Barrymore. Longest Yard is there. Spanglish, I don't remember much of. Click, I could never get into. To me, it was just kind of a rip-off of Bruce Almighty. Reign Over Me, I thought had some very good acting performances by him and Don Cheadle. I now pronounce it Chuck and Larry. I could not get into it all. Mess with the Zohan was very goofy, but I thought it was kind of funny. Bedtime Stories, I thought was forgettable. Funny People, thought was way overlong. First Grown Ups, I had some fun with. Grown Ups 2, I hated. Just go with it. I thought it was forgettable. Jack and Jill was awful. That's My Boy was awful. Did not get into Hotel Transylvania films. Grown Ups 2 was awful. Blended, I thought was awful. The Cobbler, I barely remember. Pixels was abysmal and disappointing. Ridiculous 6 was shitty. The Do-Over was okay. That I thought was okay with him and David Spade. Sandy Wexler, forgettable. The Week Of, disappointing because it's him and Chris Rock starring. Murder Mystery I didn't see. Uncut Gems I thought was pretty good. Hubie Halloween was dog shit. Also, he gave a good performance. Murder Mystery 2 I didn't see. I've never even heard of Leo. Animated film? I've never even heard of Leo. Spaceman I liked. I liked Spaceman. Happy Gilmore 2 I did not see. Jay Kelly, that's with him, George Clooney. I didn't see that one. I think he's going to be in a film called Roommates. Yeah, Leo. I've never even heard of Leo. It was on Netflix. Adam Sandler is a... He is named after Leonardo from the Ninja Turtles. Oh, wow, okay. And Bill Burr. Adam Sandler and Bill Burr in an animated film? Adam Sandler voices a reptile and Bill Burr voices a box turtle. Yeah, never even heard of the fucking film. Okay. So yeah. Learn something new every day. Oh, I'm sorry, I missed the unfunny comedy that now for some reason they were laughing about, and now the bad guys are here, and they're hiding, and who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck? I don't give a fuck, and you don't give a fuck, and they don't give a fuck. I mean, I don't know why this reminds me of like an overlong bad pilot for a show that wasn't picked up. Maybe it's the production values, I don't know. Love that the guy on the left has got his gun right, his hand, his finger right on the trigger, which you're not supposed to have, because it could go off at any time. But I mean, obviously, it's supposed to be a very goofy, silly, stupid shit. Oh my fucking god. Oh. See, once again, the camera with the fucking two corners have this big black thing, like right there where my finger's at, like right there with Adam Sandler. Look at there's this big fucking black thing like always covering the top left of the screen and the top right. Like, was it fish lens? So that's what they say where they brought the wrong fucking lens. But they obviously had other lens because they used other shit. Just not in every scene. And that's it's just so distracting. Like you could play a drinking game. Each time you see the black on here or on the corner over there or here, take a drink. Thank God I don't do alcohol. Okay, if you knew the batters were going that way, why didn't you go the other way? And notice how there's no other passengers anywhere. Like any fucking where, there's no passengers. Like nowhere else. I would love Adam, the only thing that would make this worthwhile is if Adam Sandler and buddies did a commentary over this. So his buddies could roast the shit out of Adam, and Adam can explain what the fuck was going on. Because he probably said, like, the experience was fun. Well, yeah, you get to be on a fucking cruise ship, and you didn't really have to work too hard. But the result is, well, it's on the screen. Again, this whole thing with Jordan... Go towards the screen until you cover it. Make sure it's covered. Okay, have your back towards the camera. Now go. Jesus Christ. How long is this fucking foot chase scene? That's what I'm talking about. This foot chase scene isn't funny. Because there's nothing happening. It's just they're running over here, then they run over there, 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 then they... There's nothing... There's no funny pratfalls. There's no slapstick stuff. There's nothing going on. Yeah, this is what I want to do right now, Adam. Exactly. Exactly. Sadly, the gun ain't fucking loaded. Must be a dud. So they definitely did tell this girl what to do. Because all she could do is this and this the whole time. She just keeps doing this. They didn't tell us, like... She just does, like, I got this and this. I got this and this. They didn't give her any other direction. Or any at all of direction. Shit. For fuck's sake. For fuck's sake. What do we do here now? Thank God there's 16 minutes left of this fucking movie. By the way, where's the crew of the ship? You know, the crew? When they have, like, horns blaring, alarms to warn everybody, there's hostiles, crewmen. They do have crew people on ships. They would have, you know, a speaker warning, everyone return to your cabin, lock your doors, all that stuff. Of course, none of that happens. Because they couldn't do any of that. They couldn't afford that. Again, we're going back to random fucking pageant ladies talking about nothing. Again, there's nothing even that funny or interesting about this. As like, we got the footage and we gotta use it in there for the running time. Wonder if that was also part of the deal, like, to get the cruise ship, you have to put this footage in there. Never know, it might have been part of the deal. Who knows? Adam Sandler, just fucking do something. God damn. Move it or lose it. Do something. Stop looking at me, Swan. Stop looking at me, Swan. For fuck's sake. And Adam Sandler is one of those guys. Like I mentioned, there's a lot of films of his I liked, but nowadays just do drama, dude. Because comedy is not your forte anymore. It's just not. He doesn't give a fuck. He's out of touch with comedy. Happy Gilmore 2, I haven't been requested it, but I guarantee you it's a dog shit fucking sequel. I guarantee you. When that came out, I didn't hear anybody talk about it, and then the few people I've asked, they said, yeah, don't see that film. It's a horrible fucking sequel. Big surprise. And like they tried to make a big deal about that before came out. Complete fucking whimper. Complete whimper. Again, you heard nobody talk about the movie. Nobody. Yet somehow has a 6.1 on IMDb and a 62% Rotten Tomatoes, really? So it's technically fresh. Of course. Maybe some people, they want to love it because they like the first Happy Gilmore. Or you just rewatch the first Happy Gilmore. I think that's the same crowd shot we saw before. When he was doing stand-up earlier. Again, I swear this is like the same footage. When it's the opposite. And that's another thing. We're following such a fucking loser. He doesn't even get the girl at the end. His buddy does. For most of the film, he's not good at stand-up. He doesn't get the girl at the end. He's a fucking loser. Why do I want to follow a fucking loser? Why? Why do I want to follow this motherfucker? This motherfucker. Why do I want to follow this motherfucker? Motherfucker. God damn it. I don't want to follow this motherfucker. God damn it. Yeah, definitely the guy on the right. The guy on the right is the guy from the Blob remake who got killed in the car. Dude, just the idea he's been stuck in this room the whole time is just fucking stupid. Oh, thank you for the Vaseline on the lens. So now the door opens by magic. Sure, why not? We had Teen Neptune in the fucking movie. Why not? Can I just watch Ahmed the Dead Terrorist by Jeff Dunham instead? Dude, you sure you don't want to just go get some food first? Some food and drinks and stuff first? Now he's going to finally go overboard. That's the title. There you go. Please shoot the TV. I begged you. You can shoot mine too. Yeah, what did you actually accomplish? You're not in the big head time stand up. The two bad guys are. You didn't get the girl. You didn't get anything. So what the fuck was accomplished by this motherfucker? Well, you got to hang with Billy Zane, so I guess, that's pretty cool. I forgot all about this. Does Teen Neptune really want to give his daughter to this guy? Just because, what is he, a pervert? No wonder I forgot it was a brand new character brought in the last 10 fucking seconds. No wonder I didn't remember. Hey, look how fucking awkward he is. What do you think he is, Charlie Chaplin? Dude, you met her for like 10, 15 seconds. Can you talk to her a little bit before trying to get a fucking kiss in? What are you, Bill Cosby? Jesus Christ. Maybe have one conversation before you try to suck face? Suck my dick. I'm gonna just like everything else goes on fucking forever. Well, your first on-screen kiss as well, Adam Sandler. Hey, it's the title, Going Overboard. There you go. It's funny because he died. How appropriate, the last image is a goddamn middle finger to the audience. The end. Thank God. Here you have your pageant ladies: Miss Ohio, Cuba, Texas, Kansas, Germany, California, Mexico, Louisiana, Spain, Jamaica, Israel, Arkansas, France. None of the other states, huh? Alan Covert is the bartender. Billy Bob Thornton is Dave. Who is it? Dave's not here. Dave? Dave's not here. It's literally get on camera, just think of anything to do. It's like the one guy's like, I don't know, I'll do this. And this guy's like, let me just... Like, he had no... Okay, get on screen. What do I do? Whatever. Yeah, like this rock star guy. What was his purpose in the film? What purpose did he have with the story? Him or his manager, Peter Berg. If it was, okay, he's going to learn to get out of his manager's pocket because the manager's corrupt or the manager's stealing stuff, or, hey, the manager's like, I'm tired of your shit. One of them's the bad guy, one's more the good guy. There's no story to them. Why was Team Neptune fucking there? I mean, Adam Sandler's big dream is to be a fucking stand-up comedian. So he's a stand-up comedian for about a minute and a half, and then all this shit happens, and then the other guys is more of the stand-up comedian for the rest of the fucking trip. I guess to show that he could be successful at one point, so now he'll be... But I guess what he's doing to make it with the fucking daughter of Team Neptune? What? Why am I trying to look at this in a logically fucking sense? Oh, thank God for Pepe the cab driver, whoever the fuck he is. He's a cab driver. I mean, just... Why was he thanked? Ma Baldwin? Who the fuck is Ma Baldwin? Prince by Metroco Laboratory. Should have burned that fucking lab down. Get rid of the footage. What a waste of fucking time this whole movie is. Give me that grenade, dude. Give me the grenade. Thank you, Paulie. He killed the movie. Thank you, Paulie. Yo, Paulie! He killed the movie. Thank God. Oh, my God. If I have to pick my number one worst comedy I've seen, this may very well be it. Because you have talented people involved, and this is before they hit it big, of course. And just, it is such a slog. It's not even so bad it's good to laugh at. It's just, because there's movies like that are pretty funny. Even Axum is a bad movie. It's a horrible fucking movie. But there's moments of unintentional that you can laugh at where like the group are running towards the camera and the one guy goes, ah, for no reason. Like, Axum is a funnier movie than this. It's not meant to be. This, This is fucking torture. But thank you, movie guy. I hope you enjoyed the commentary. More than likely, I'll never have to watch this fucking film again. Unless I make the guys at Dip Pit watch it. Thanks for watching. Take care for those who did watch. And we will see you guys later. Bye-bye for now.